Hey guys, Gavin McGrath here, proud to announce the Showroom, a new show that we're doing on a weekly basis here at Pat McGrath Chevyland. And I got to tell you, I think we have something special. It's something I've thought about for quite some time, but I've been really apprehensive to bring this because, you wake up to us on TV in the mornings, at night when you go to bed, we're on the news with commercials, sometimes in your car on the radio, and certainly on social media. And so it's a little apprehensive for you to have to listen to me any more than you already do. But I think that we might have something special, a little more accessible to how we think about how we operate our business, specific insight into the Chevy products, other products, bring some guests on the show, and just kind of get a behind the curtain look into our business and really to have some fun doing it. I think most of it will be about taking some in-depth look at product and kind of my unbiased opinion, recommendations, comparisons, things like that. Also just how the car industry works, discounts, maybe getting into some leasing, things like that. But the goal is to keep it very, very laid back, kind of silly, fun, conversational. As I mentioned, we'll have some guests lined up. Some employees will come in from time to time. And certainly also want to get into some advice, the goods and bads, do's and don'ts when buying or leasing a car or even doing some service work. So without further ado, let's get into the first episode of the Showroom. Today, I really want to highlight what I would call a sleeper pick in the Chevy lineup right now, which is the 2025 Chevy Trax. They brought this back in 2020, or brought it, kind of redesigned it in 2024. It's been around for a little over 10 years now, the Trax has. It's a great compact SUV that I happen to think a lot about. I actually drove it overnight last night, took it home, took my son to school in it this morning. And although a little undersized for somebody like me, if you're looking for that kind of compact SUV segment, the cargo space is actually shockingly big for actually when you look at the vehicle and the size of it. So there's some really good positives, some highlights that I really want to shout out. It is the most affordable as far as in that crossover segment, that compact crossover segment, starting at $20,400. All right, so really approachable price, especially in a world where new car prices are insane. I mean, I just looked at an Escalade the other day at $115,000. I'm going, that's as expensive as the first house I ever bought. It's insane. So to see a Trax at a $20,400 entry price point with a crossover SUV, really, really cool, okay? It comes with a 1.2 liter, actually 3-cylinder motor, which gets you about 28 miles per gallon in the city, 32 on the highway for a combined 30. The only thing with the Trax is it's only front-wheel drive, so it's more of a car that way. There's no all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive option. So if you live on a hill that you need to get up in the snow, this would not be the vehicle for you. You would need to look at an all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive option. But for the price, unbelievable. Competitors-wise, there actually is a couple GM products that are probably the best competitors. Starting with the Buick Encore GX and the Chevy Trailblazer. If you're looking at that Trax, those are two to really look at in the GM world. Hopping outside of that, the Mazda CX-30, really quality product, and as well as the Hyundai Kona. I'd probably throw the Kia Soul in there as well. A little different boxy look to it, but that is a very approachable price as well, and good space for the product. Just overall, I think that Chevy hit an absolute home run with this thing. As I mentioned, they launched it in 2024, and it's been a really hot product for us and for Chevrolet National for like a year or two. Like, we couldn't even keep them. Like, we'd get them, they'd be gone within a day or two, and we'd have people knocking on our doors for the ones that were in transit. What I want to do is kind of pull up our current Trax inventory online and just take a look. So, like, right now we have online showing 8 Traxes. A couple of those are inbound, not actually on the ground. RS trim levels are the majority of them. We have 4 RS. We have a couple Actives, which is a little higher. They have the black wheels. And we do have an LS package, a blue one. Let's see here. We also have a couple LTs in that 24.9 price point. But I want to pull up this RS, all right? So this is a great, I think, really good looking vehicle. So this black on black, 1 RS. We currently have a discount of $498. A price point this low, we just they don't give us much margin to work that. That's pretty much all the meat on the bone on that one. So 23,292 is what we're asking. I think what we could do as well is I have it broken down. I want to take a look for you guys on what like a lease would look like on something like this vehicle. So I have it here, how that would break down, right? So MSRP in this vehicle is $23,790. The discount we have online is $498. And then if you have a current Chevy lease product, that brings it down another $500, or a Conquest lease. So if you're leasing a non-Chevy product as well, $500 additional. So that brings it down. The net price I still have is $23,292. So not factoring in that $500, but that is an option. The residual at 39 months to 10,000 miles is 55%. So basically you take that MSRP, you times it by 0.55, that gives you the residual value. So we're at $13,084.50. All right, so that is what Chevy's saying in 39 months, and if you drive 10,000 miles a year or less, it's going to be worth that much money. That's the money that they're guaranteeing at the termination of the value, what you can buy it for at the end of that 39 months, all right, or turn it in, which is the beauty of the lease. Money factor is 7.08%, and with A-tier through GM Financial, what that means basically is like 700, 720 or better on the credit score, and that's not absolute. I mean, there are variables. You can have a lower credit score and still qualify for A-tier, or could have a higher not because of equity reasons, things like that. But for this purpose, 7.08%. And so the payment's only $355 a month. All right, so you're talking a brand new vehicle for $355 on the lease. That's what we kind of factor that in there with is $1,300 cash down, which pays for your tax title license, all right, and your first payment. So that kind of breaks down the lease there. Really approachable price point, especially in today's environment with interest rates. It's tough to get that thing, a new vehicle, especially under $400 a month. Actually, the Trax kind of hits home for me personally because the history of the Trax is the Chevy Tracker, which if any of you remember that are my age, in the early 2000s was kind of a hot product. Like it was a small little zippy vehicle. In fact, I had a friend in high school that his mom was an Italian from New York, smoked cigarettes nonstop, and she had a Chevy Tracker with the convertible top. And it was a stick shift, and her license plate said I zip, and she'd just zip around town, and you drive by her on Cottage Grove Avenue on southeast side of Cedar Rapids. She'd be whipping around corners, just drove like a bat out of hell. And he ended up getting that as a hand-me-down, so we'd like run around, reek to cigarettes. We'd run around, for lunch in high school and things like that, go to his house and play video games in the Chevy Trax. So it's kind of nostalgic to me. And so I was thinking, I'm like, okay, I wonder if there are any Chevy Trackers. And by the way, the Tracker with GM does this a lot. They have like different model names in different countries. And so I think like in Australia, New Zealand maybe, the Chevy Trax is the Chevy Tracker still to this day. So I was thinking to myself before I popped on here, I'm like, I wonder if there are any Chevy Trackers for sale out in the country right now, okay? So I did a quick search on AutoTrader, all right? And there actually is, all right? So I did kind of a nationwide search from our zip code. We're here, 52402, for Chevy Trackers, okay? So there's a handful. Let's see, here's an 04, 114,000 miles with, let's see here, $9,300. It's white. Oh, there's a convertible. This is a 99 two-wheel drive convertible, white with 104,000 miles on it. $5,000 they want. And then they're showing, oh God, that thing's a turd. 2000, here's a four-wheel drive convertible. They want $16,000 for that thing? It's a 2000. What's wrong with those people? Okay, so I found this perfect one. All right, it's this yellow with black accents. Oh my God. Okay, so we have a yellow Trax with black wheels, black accents, $25,985. This one is 2002 ZR2. So I think that means it's a four-wheel drive and it has like maybe a little different grill or something like that. I had like a ZR2 Blazer. I think it's like a little hopped up. They want $2,900, 178,000 miles. It's got a 2.5 liter. And it gets an 18 city mile per gallon and 20 highway. So the Tracker / Trax has come quite a long way. It's an automatic transmission. Transmission would be better if it was a stick to shout out my boy. But I wonder, You think I should call these guys? See if I can buy it? Zach?
You can try. Let's go. Yep.
All right, let's see here. We got a number? There it is. Hi, calling about your 2002 Chevy Tracker you have. See if I can talk to somebody about.
Let me put you through to sales, okay? One moment.
How can I help you?
Hey, my name is Gavin McGrath. I'm with Pat McGrath Chevy in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Hey, this may sound weird, but I see that you guys have this '02 Chevy Tracker for sales, ZR2. The yellow. I was looking to see if you'd sell that to me. It's kind of nostalgic. And I would see.
I believe that is sold.
Is it?
I do believe so, yes.
Okay, if there by chance, do you want to take my number in case it's not, or do you know for sure?
Absolutely. Well, I'm pretty sure one of my other salesmen sold it the other day. It just hasn't gotten taken off our website. Let me confirm, and then I'll give you a call back, okay?
Thanks so much. Damn it. I don't know. I think this white one over. Okay, so that's down in South Texas. I don't know that we want to go to South Texas, but let's try another one. There's got to be. This actually looks not too bad at all. 144 miles away. This white one for $9,300. Okay, so this is a for sale by owner. It's in Janesville. This white one is. 04 Tracker, 2000 Chevy Tracker, 4-wheel drive, 89,000 miles. Let's look at this white one. All right, because we have a white one, I think. Yeah, we do. We have a white with black wheels. So it'd be great if this guy would call back and said it was available. Damn it. Okay, so this is has 114,000 miles on it. It's white. We're gonna get this thing kind of bucked out here. Whatever. I'm just gonna call this guy. Oh, the guy called me back. Hello, this is Gavin.
Gavin, hey, this is... How are you?
Hey, good.
Good. Hey, just wanted to let you know I misspoke earlier. I thought my salesman had sold it. I think it was Monday, but I guess he didn't. It is still available.
Is it really?
Yes, sir.
That's great news. I'm just kind of curious what you would sell it to me for.
I know that when we tried to sell it, we had an offer for $2,500 flat. I mean, $2,950 out the door. It's ready to go.
Do you think it would make it if I drove it? You're about 100 and... What are you? No, you're more than that. I think you're... How far are you? What part of Nebraska are you?
Southwest corner of Nebraska. Do you know where North Platte is?
So I bet you're 300-400 miles. Do you think you would make it to Cedar Rapids? I'm 400 miles away.
Do you mind if I put you on hold for a
Yeah, that's not a problem. And if I need to trailer it, I can trailer it. It's just... I know it's weird. It's just nostalgic. It's yellow and black. We're Hawkeye fans. And it brings back personal memories for me. So, yeah, just put me on hold. That's fine.
Yep. Just 1 second, okay?
Thank God he called back. Would it make it? That I don't know. Oh, my God. I love it.
Hello, Gavin. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Cars under 5,000 we usually just don't negotiate with. Like I said, we turned down an offer at $2,500. $29,500 out the door. She's ready to go.
$29.50. Okay.
Yes, sir.
My question is, we'll figure out logistics, but I mean, I'm happy to pay that. So we'll pay that price, and I can give you my email. Maybe draw up the paperwork, and I can figure out when I can get the trailer down there to pick this thing up. Probably just gonna actually flatbed it over here. So.
Absolutely. Let me go talk to him, make sure that's good, and then we'll iron out all the details. How's that sound?
Sounds good, man. 29. Oh my God.
All right, Gavin. Talk to him. He's fine with you guys buying it, but he doesn't want to sell it to a dealer. He wants to sell it to somebody in their personal name. I apologize here for.
Okay. I don't quite understand that.
Sounds like he's just wanting to sell it just straight to a person, if that makes sense.
No, not really. Can I talk to him?
Let me see if he... Yeah, just hold on 1 second.
Whose freaking name it is? I'm trying to understand why. Sell businesses every day.
Hey, Gavin. car. I think we can move in the right direction, but my sales manager wants to talk to you as well. He's finishing up a finance deal right now, and then he'll give you a call back. Does that work with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Appreciate it. Yes, you'll be hearing from us soon, okay?
Thanks. See ya.
Yep.
Take
Bye.
care. We'll see where that goes. I'm not sure what the difference would be if you business bought it versus a person, but hopefully my guy calls me back and we get this thing bought, and then we can do a good follow-up, kind of these two vehicles next to each other. I want to. The last thing I want to do is kind of give a backdoor, behind-the-scenes look at kind of how we think about stocking our inventory on the new car side specifically. So I have a spreadsheet pulled up. We call it our PMC, Pat McGrath Chevyland availability spreadsheet. And there's a lot of columns and numbers here, so forgive me. But I'm going to try to highlight a couple. Basically, we try to stock our new car inventory currently with like a 60-day supply. All right, so 2 months. So if we got no additional new Chevys come in 2 months, we would be sold out. That's kind of the thought process there for that. I highlighted the yellow column to show our total in stock, which means like actually here on the ground. So the Chevy Trax, we currently have 7 of those are actually here on the ground. I think I said 2 were in transit. So 1 is actually in transit. No, that's not right. We have 7 on the ground, 2 in transit currently. So they're like on the rail or they're on a transport on the way here to the store. Okay. 29 of them are in the system with 1 order still needing to be placed. So 29 in the system means like they're getting built, right? They're in some sort of process at the factory getting built. Unique thing about the Trax, all right? Why that's different for the Trax as far as our stocking level, and I'll explain, is these are built in South Korea, all right? So these are built in the GM South Korea plant, not here in the States. So it takes longer, obviously, to get here. So we think about the Trax a little bit differently. We think about more of like a 4-month supply, 3.5, 4-month supply of this because it does take so long for them to get here. So currently, the way that we look at it is we have sold an average of 7.67 on the 3-month average of this unit. So call it 8 units. All right. And I currently have the stocking set at 25. So that's a 3-month supply of the Trax inventory. So it's generally, since it takes a while to get here, being that they're built in South Korea, that's what we do. All right. So it's a 25 unit stocking, and we currently have 7 on the ground with quite a bit coming. And the thing about that is they'll show up like all at the same time because they're coming over basically on a boat. They'll get railed here, transported, and boom, they'll show up kind of a lump sum all at the same time. So it's kind of an insight peek. Generally, we look at 60 days, but with a unique situation like the Trax, 3 to 4 months supply because of how long it takes those to get here. All right. We're going to follow up with Greg. Hopefully he follows up with me and his sales manager. Otherwise, I'm going to follow up with them, and then we're going to do a follow-up kind of episode or an update on where we're at on getting this yellow Chevy Tracker bought. I just want to thank you for spending time with me. I hope you learned something. The Chevy Trax is a cool model. We're going to see where this show goes. That's our first episode of the Showroom. Thanks again for spending time, guys, and make it a great week. Hello, this is Gavin.
Hey, Gavin, this is calling you back.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Hey, so I talked to the sales guy you talked to a little bit ago, and to be honest, we kind of thought maybe you were just some like rinky-dinky little dealership. I Googled you, and actually had some family from the Cedar Rapids area, so
Oh, yeah.
just want to see if we could figure out a way to get you this car sold.
Yeah, you bet, man. I'm all in on the price that I appreciate you calling back. And basically at this point, if you just want to, I can give you my email, have him email me the purchase agreement. And like I told, the $29.50 is fine. And then I'll probably just get a flatbed to come pick this thing up. I know it's kind of weird. I'm sorry. It's just, it's the black and yellow. We're Hawkeye fans. There's nostalgia behind the Chevy Tracker to me in the high school. So I know it's weird, but I appreciate you working with me and making it right, and we'll get this thing picked up. But you can have email me the purchase agreement. So
Yeah, that'll work. I'll get it to you right away.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
All right, goodbye.
Take care. Come on! Yes! Bingo. We got the purchase agreement emailed to us. I'm pumped. I've never been more pumped to buy a $2,900 car in my life. As you saw, we got the deal done. I got to get somebody on the phone here to get this thing flatbedded. It's a 400-mile drive one way to go get this pig picked up. I don't feel comfortable with having one of our people drive it back. So we're going to get our trailer and truck and get this thing hauled back. More to come.